Chapter 44 Amritsar. We reached the Golden Temple at 5:30 in the morning. The sprawling white temple complex with the golden plated Gurudwara in the center could infuse even the most turbulent of minds with peace. After visiting the Darbar Sahib, we stood near the pond. Saurav mumbled a few prayers facing the shrine. I wondered what he had prayed for. I folded my hands and closed my eyes. My heart raced with multiple thoughts. Saurav would leave for his own apartment in a couple of weeks. Why did it bother me? Was I afraid to be alone? I'm not alone, I told myself. I slept with 10 women last year. Their faces and bodies flashed through my mind. I didn't want to think of all this at a holy place. I hated myself for the person I had become. Why did I feel so empty and alone? Why did I feel that there was no love in my life? Or that I had no friends. For no reason, my eyes filled with tears. Maybe if I solved the case, Saurav would forgive me and not move to his own apartment. I realized that this was the main reason I wanted to crack the case, to keep my best friend. I wished I had not said all those things to him that day. I wish Prerna had not been around to hear them. I allowed myself to remember the day Saurav and I had the big fight 6 months ago. Twilight, that was amazing, I said. She lay next to me, scrolling through Instagram on her phone. We had just had drunken sex and she had turned over and picked up her phone first thing. That's how Gen Z operates, I guessed. I wondered if I should send her a DM instead. What? She said, sensing I had said something. I said Twilight. That was amazing. Twilight is only my Tinder name. She giggled, eyes still on her phone. Oh, what's your real name? Does it even matter? She said, double tapping several posts to like them. I gave up. Not my fault if she did not want to know me better. I tried. I'm thirsty, she said. There's vodka. We also finished the whole bottle though, I said and lifted the nearly empty bottle of Absolute from under the bed. Can I get some water? She said. Sure, it's in the fridge, I said. Thanks, she said. She wore my shirt and her underwear to step out of the bedroom. The girl who called herself Twilight had a short frame, no more than 5 feet tall, and waist-length hair. She staggered outside to the living room. Where is the fridge? She screamed from outside. In the kitchen, I said, still in the bed. Where? Can't hear you. Damn, wait, I'm coming, I said. I stepped out of bed and put on my underwear. I walked into the living room, my head woozy with all the alcohol. It's here only, baby, I said, pointing to the kitchen. Thank you, she said, depositing a peck on my lips. Saurav stepped out of his room. He saw us semi-naked and kissing. Who's she? He said as she went into the kitchen. She is, well, Twilight, I said. What? I don't know her real name, I said and grinned. I thought it was sort of funny, having sex with someone without knowing their real name. Saurav wasn't amused, of course. What the hell is this behavior, Keshav? Saurav said. What behavior? I said, a bit surprised at his serious tone. Twilight was opening cabinets to find a glass for herself in the kitchen. Why are you roaming around drunk in your underwear and bringing home any random person? Saurav said. She's not random, she's cute and hot in bed. I said, my words slurring. You don't even know her name. You are sinking to new laws. I'm not. I'm still doing my work and trying to run the agency. You, on the other hand, are not bothered, busy with your fiancé or whatever. Keshav, I'm in a new relationship. Prerna is going to be my wife. I have to give her some time, right? Some time? Fuck, you are either with her or thinking about her all the fucking time. She's my future, unlike, well, tube light in the kitchen. It's Twilight, I said. Trash. She's not trash, at least she's better than the fat cow and her family you are going gaga over. As I finished my sentence, Prerna stepped out of Saurabh's bedroom. She had heard our entire conversation. Twilight came out of the kitchen with a glass of water in her hand. She stood next to me, both of us in a state of undress. Prerna didn't say a word to me or to Twilight. I tried to unfreeze myself, stammering, Prerna, sorry, I didn't mean to. But Prerna had left the house. My alcohol high fizzled out in a jiffy. Twilight went to my bedroom, changed into her clothes, and left as well. Saurav stood in the living room staring disbelievingly at me. I'm sorry, man, I said. Forgive me, just remember I'm your best friend and flatmate. Said it by mistake. Too much vodka. Enough, Kesha, Saurav said, holding up a hand. We are no longer best friends. We are no longer even friends. And when this current lease ends, we are not going to be a flatmates either. Bhai, you okay? Saurav said. Yeah, I said and opened my eyes. Returning from my private flashback, the golden temple shone bright in front of me. You're crying? Just, I said. What did you pray for? I shook my head. Tell me, Saurav said. I prayed we find the killer soon, that's all. The Model Industrial Park in Amritsar is located on Mehta Road around 10 kilometers from the Golden Temple. The 132 acres industrial zone has plots ranging in size from 250 to 5,000 square yards. Nobody stopped us at the gate, so we took our taxi inside, past several sheds, workshops, and factories. We followed the signs indicating the plot numbers to reach Ramesh's factory site. This one, I said, matching the address with the one on the bank's letter. We stepped out of the taxi. Just stay here. We will be back soon, I said to the driver. We walked up to the entrance. A broken sign saying Auto Spark 5 feet by 2 lay on the ground. A watchman sat outside, crushing tambaku in his hand. At 10 in the morning, there seemed to be little activity inside the plant. Is this Ramesh Malhotra's factory? I said. Who? The watchman said. What do they make here? Saurav said. The watchman dialed a number on his phone and mumbled something. In 2 minutes, a 6-foot muscular man came out. He resembled a villain in B grade. Punjabi films, complete with a shiny printed shirt and multiple golden lockets. Saurav took a step back. Yes, how can I help you? Muscle man said. We have come with Malhotra ji's reference, I said. What for? Muscle man said. New auto part customers, Saurav said, making it up as he spoke. Wanted to see the manufacturing process. Muscle man and the watchman laughed. I couldn't tell why. Did they now like us? Or had they seen through us? I walked into the factory with confidence. Saurav followed me as well. Muscle man and the watchman did not stop us. We entered a dark shed with a high sloping tin roof around the size of a basketball court. Inside, I saw rows of empty tables with chairs on both sides. No sign of any auto part machines or equipment. Instead, I only saw a few jute bags, several plastic packets, and a couple of weighing scales on the table. We reached the end of the shed. I saw a few pipes connecting several steel drums. Next to this was a giant oven radiating heater. Inside, I saw white powder arranging in soft bricks. I could not tell what all this was, but it did not seem to have anything to do with cars. The entire place had a chemical smell, sort of like petrol mixed with the nail polish remover. 6 other factory workers entered the shed and stood behind us. Saurav looked at me with a scared expression. Seen what you had to? Muscle man said from behind. I turned around to face him. Yes, everything is good. We will make our way out, I said and fake smiled. Saurav and I walked as fast as possible towards the exit. Stop, Muscle man said. What? I said, while still taking long strides towards the door. Where are you really from? Tell us. We told you, we know Malhotra sir. Okay, we have to go, I said. Why are you walking so fast? I need to use the toilet, Saurav said in reflex. I had no idea why he couldn't come up with a better excuse. Muscle Man shouted at his factory workers to catch us. The workers were 10 meters behind us. What do we do, bhai? They are coming after us, Saurav whispered, walking right next to me. Two options. One, I spin another story and try to fool them, I said. Will never work. Option two, Saurabh said in a panic. Run for your life. Before I finished my sentence, I sprinted towards the entrance, a panting Saurabh at my heels. Stop, Bencho, stop, Muscle Man said with great politeness. He shouted at his workers, catch these Benchos. Malhotra owes mean money. That's why I have kept his land and he has the nerve to send his people. The factory workers ran behind us. As I ran, I pulled Saurav's hand to give his huge mass extra momentum. Oi! One of the workers screamed behind us. I saw a stone fly past me. Then another. Fuck, we had pelters. I reached the exit, Saurav attached to my hand. The driver sat in the car, reading a copy of Punjabi Kesari, enjoying the morning sun. Driver bhaiya, let's go, I screamed. Maybe the driver heard the tension in my voice, or maybe he thought Saurav was in labor or something. He started his car in an instant. He sat inside and the driver sped off even as a rock slammed against the car. The workers continued to chase us. However, they were no match for the car's horsepower. Within seconds, we had left the industrial park and had come out of the main road. Who were they? The driver said, after he looked back and confirmed we were not being followed. His in laws, I said, pointing at Saurav. Shut up, bhai, Saurav said, panting hard like he was having a cardiac arrest. There's a reason I ask you to lose weight, I said. Sure, because goons from a drug factory chase us regularly, right? Saurav said, hand on heaving chest.